better these days.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in just a minute. It's nice to see you here in Vancouver. My imagination, or are you playing better now?
I hope so. I feel like we are. I feel like we are. I know it's more consistent these days.
When did the changes start to happen?
About 3 years ago, I started coming to a bottom. At least a bigger bottom than I'd ever hit before. And finally collapsed in late August, September or so of '86.
Were you on stage?
Not when that happened, no. It was after a show, actually. I started falling apart over a period of days. And finally, it was just too much to handle, and I had to give it all up. I went into a treatment center. I went into detox first in London and talked with a doctor named Victor Bloom, who a great guy. Just a great guy. Made it real obvious to me what was going on, which was that I was definitely an alcoholic and an addict and had to do something about it or die. And I didn't really want to die. I knew that it was coming to that in the first place. But to have someone, a doctor, tell you that's what's going on seems to drive it home a little bit, you know.
Okay, while you're dealing with this battling yourself inside the war, and you're off the road, that's okay, but sooner or later you have to go back out onto the road. How did you deal with that?
In some ways it was scary. However, I love to play, and I love to play for people. And I had to pretty much get back out there where I had fallen, okay, to face those fears and walk right straight through them and do it sober. And life is much better in all respects now. Sometimes it's more confusing because there's issues to deal with instead of run from.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it works out fine. It works out fine. Like I said, it gets confusing at times. But the longer I stick with it, the better everything is. Everything, my feelings, my connection with what's going on, with what reality is. You know, and it changes every day. This is growth. This is school. You know, school doesn't have to be just a classroom.
So what you're saying is that almost all of what you went through is reflected on this new album.
Yeah.
What's the title?
It's called In Step.
Okay. It could easily have been called Wall of Denial.
Yeah. Or Tightrope.
Or Tightrope, or Crossfire.
Yeah.
I see that the album is dedicated in the memory of John Hammond Sr.
Yeah. We saw a description of someone like him in a book that Chris had, and it was describing a true hero. And it was because not only because they do what they do for recognition, but they do what they do to try to help redeem at least the values of the human race, or of life itself. Not necessarily just human, but of life, you know. And that's what I think John Hammond did. He did it through his music and through his actions, through his whole being, you know.
And just above that dedication, it says, thank God that the elevator is still broken.
Yeah.
Stevie Vaughan is double trouble.
Yeah. That means take the steps, you know.
Yeah. One at a time.
Yeah.
I understand rumor control here. I understand that the T-Birds and yourself and the Who, or the Stones, I can't remember which one, are getting together in Houston and Dallas to do a couple of gigs.
Yes, the Who. It's in Dallas and Houston. And I'm looking forward to it.
What a night.
Yeah.
When's that going to happen?
That's in September, first part of September.
In the meantime, you continue to tour.
Mm-hmm.
North America?
North America. And afterwards, we do those shows. Then we work our way back to California again. Do some more shows on the West Coast and through Phoenix and Albuquerque, you know, New Mexico. And then we're off to Europe, October. Come back to the States around November. Start off in New York, Madison Square, and do a few dates up till the first part of December. Take a couple of weeks off. Work after Christmas for a few days. Do a little bit of work in January around the States. Then we're off to New Zealand, Australia, Japan.
They like you, John.
Yeah, we like it too. A lot.
There's a bunch of guys out there, there's a bunch of musicians, period, who would like to be you, who would like to play the way you play and sing the way you do. Is there any way you can save them some pain and not have them go down the same road that you did?
Stay clean, man. Don't, you know, there's too many